Bots and Books fans? This is Scorp1701, and tonight we are going to be taking a look at another of the Walmart exclusive McFarlane Toys DC Superpowers figures. And you may remember that this is the line that very closely resembles the one from back in the 80s, but it has new characters with slightly different costumes, and I think it hits a lot of nostalgia buttons. So, like I said in our Superman review, I wasn't going to review all of these, but just a few that kind of struck my fancy. And the Flash here is one of those because he looks very similar to the original Flash that came out back in the day, but there are a few noticeable differences in this one and the original. In this particular art, Flash is just standing there. In the original, I think he was running, which is a good pose, and I'm not sure why they decided to make him stand, but that is still good art of the Flash. I love it. And the figure does have a few differences, but we'll look at that when we get the figure out of the package. But speaking of the package, we can see that it is on a standard blister card with a little bubble here. You have DC Superpowers, the Flash, new for 2022. You have the Flash looking all cool there. You have the Flash in his plastic prison here. Whoa, earthquake. You have McFarlane Toys, and on the back of the box, you have Superpowers, the Flash, collect them all. And as you can see, here's the first wave. You had Superman, Darkseid, and Batman. They kind of threw John Stewart, Green Lantern, in there before this official second wave, because I found him a lot sooner than I did the Flash and the Batman Who Laughs, because those are the last two if you're looking for the complete first wave. You also have the Batwing and the Supermobile, so that is pretty neat. Some McFarlane Toys, credits for the box, a barcode, and a brief read-up of the Flash, so we will zoom in. So if you're interested, you can pause the video, read that to your heart's content, but we must be moving on. And that is basically going to be Flash in the packaging, but no one wants to see the Scarlet Speedster in a package. I know I don't, so let's get him out and see what he can do. And here we have the Flash out of the package, and out of the package he stands just over 4.5 inches tall, and he is a very, very cool looking Flash. If we zoom in on him, come in very close, we can see that he is what you would think a classic Flash looks like. His costume is very simple. It is mostly all red, and you have some nice yellow lightning bolt ears coming off the side. You can see some nice eyes, a mouth, coming down to a huge Flash symbol. I love that. Very clean, very nice. He has a yellow lightning belt here with some yellow bolt marks for his glove tops, and then it's all red until you come down to the nice bright yellow boots. I love the design. Again, very simple, very classic, very flashy. Flashy, but no pun intended. And yeah, he's very cool. Again, he is very reminiscent of the original Flash. You got everything designed correctly. I think on the original the Flash symbol was a bit smaller and the ears were a lot smaller. I love these long elongated ears. It just makes it look a little more interesting and cool, I think. But other than that, the figure was pretty much the same. When it comes to articulation, let's zoom out just a little bit. You do have articulation in the head. Head goes around 360 degrees. There is no up or down or wiggly waggly. It's just, you know, standard. You come down to the arms. Arms go around 360 degrees. There is no bicep swivel, no forearm swivel, no hand rotation. You come down to the waist where there is no waist rotation, and that just brings us down to the legs. Legs can go up, legs can go back, and they cannot go out to the side, and there is no thigh swivel, but you do have a knee bend, which is a little over 90 degrees, which is good for the Flash. And bringing that back in, and there is no boot cut, and there is no toe articulation. So basically, very simple figure, but what do you expect for like 10 bucks? And he is very nice, so you can still get him into some good running poses if you are so inclined. And that is pretty much what the Flash looks like and his articulation. So let's get some comparisons out here. And for comparison, here he is with his Wavemate Superman. a Batman from Batman the Animated Series circa 1998, the Wonder Woman from the JLA series from 2000. You have the original Green Arrow from Superpowers back in 1985. He was part of the second year, so that's why it's not 1984. And 85 for Sergeant Slaughter for the G.I. Joe, and Sports 1 for Bionic 6, I think, is also 85. So this is a cool little comparison with a few other DC and other heroes. So you can see where he may fit into different displays and scales. I think it's pretty neat. All right, that's your comparisons. Moving on. And this has been the Walmart exclusive McFarlane Toys DC Superpowers The Flash. And I love this guy. He reminds me so much of the one that I had when I was a kid. The paint, the sculpt, the mold, he is just everything you want out of a Flash. Modern and classic, because really, the Flash's costume doesn't really change that much. I mean, you get a little detail in it here and there, and every now and then he may change color on certain things, but red, yellow lightning bolts, that's pretty much the Flash. And like I said, the addition of the nice long ears is a great add for this classic looking figure, and I just love it. And I think you guys will love it too. If you're looking for this figure, he is hitting the shelves right now at Walmart because it is a Walmart exclusive, and you'll pay about 10 to 12 bucks for him. And you know, I missed the comic book, I missed the action feature, but for today's collector, this is about as close as you're gonna get to the real thing, unless you want to go onto eBay or Mercari and spend over $100 on trying to recapture your childhood. But thank you, Todd McFarlane, for bringing us another great little figure. Now, they have released pictures of the next wave, so we're going to be getting Deathstroke, Wonder Woman, and Nightwing. We're also going to be getting a couple more vehicles. We're going to be getting the Batmobile, and we're going to be getting Wonder Woman's Invisible Jet. So, I don't know. I really hope they put out a new Batman that's more akin to the classic where he's in his blue and gray, and then I might want to pick up the Batwing and then the Batmobile. But when it comes to the actual figures of the next wave, nothing's really striking my fancy, but when I see them, I might pick them up. Just like I'm still contemplating getting the Batman Who Laughs, because I don't know, there's just something weird about that figure that I kind of want. But anyway, so that's the review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a good night, and until next time, keep playing.